Ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Too bad, we're doing it anyway.
Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of PPR Review. This time we're going to be looking at Money in the Bank.
Shawty, what you drink?
I've lost track of how many times we've made that joke.
A lot. I've done that twice.
No, I meant like over the course of this whole month.
Sorry.
All the Money in the Bank we've done.
Oh.
So I've lost track. If you kept it home, good job. If you didn't, same boat with us. Of course, we need no introduction, but we're still going to give it anyway because we're going to force ourselves down your life. I knew if I said throat, somebody was going to take it to a different level.
Yeah.
He's the #1 Misfit fan, Rodimus Prime.
The one and only.
The men's dick rider?
Fuck you. Shut up. And this is...
I am the coincidentally Austin Aries impersonating War Machine MJ. The similarities are uncanny.
Yeah.
I just don't have a bulbous nose.
Yeah, he has more facial.
Nah, Austin Aries has a little bit more facial.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But as he said, this is our review of Money in the Bank. I'm not going to do a joke. And we shall say that Money in the Bank was pretty good, especially the ending.
Well, it was a bumpy ride getting to the ending.
Yeah. The pre-show, we could care less.
But we'll go ahead and talk about the pre-show quickly.
I was actually going to, not to cut you off, but I was actually going to go back and watch these matches, but I said, fuck it.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to.
Well, the first match was Golden Shower versus generic stripper name.
Golden Truth versus Breezango.
It totally does sound like a stripper name.
Yeah.
Sounds like a confused one at that.
Okay.
And apparently these two, the way they played it out was, these Breezango went into the sauna and they got burnt by Golden Truth, and they came out looking like overcooked chicken on Father's Day.
Now,
instead of Breezango, call him Febreze.
Febreze.
Somebody was mean. Said, what are you going to call him next? Febreze?
No, even though this match was downright stupid to say the least, I will give props to whoever decided to make them look like 4th degree burned, even though they were probably like 2nd degree burned in actuality.
More like 2nd and a half.
I mean, they did a real good job making it look like they took a lava bath and survived.
And they did that shit on SmackDown too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time around, so the best.
Yeah. But just to sum all this up, Golden Truth defeated Breezango.
And the whole match was just them slapping at the chest and all that, just aggravating burns. Like
you said, they did a good job trying to make them look like they were sunburnt. This match lasted 5 minutes, 6 seconds, and I'm giving it a 1.5.
Wow, I'm surprised you even rated it. I was at 9.
Just to be nice.
Okay.
Just to be nice.
The next match is two guys who don't deserve to be in WWE versus two guys that should have left long ago. Talk, of course, about the Lucha Dragons, who should have never been in WWE in the first place because they deserve so much better, and the Dudleys, who should really leave. Like seriously, go away. Am I right?
Here.
Am I right?
Yes.
Well,
They should have never came back.
They talked about a possible breakup.
Oh wow! It's not like we've never seen TNA that before.
Oh, they broke up then?
No, they were just talking about how they,
Well, they split up in TNA.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, Devon became Devon, and Brother Ray became Bully Ray, and we all know how that turned out. He won the world title twice.
Oh, okay.
Became the leader of Aces and Eights.
Which was a joke.
And his title match against AJ was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that was. But
It made a phenomenal collection.
But other than that, to me, Aces and Eights was a complete rip-off of what TNA wanted them to be, like a fake rip-off of the NWO.
I was about to say they were rip-off.
Aces and Eights was good until they revealed their faces, and then it kind of went downhill.
I don't know. I will say the one thing that was good about Aces and Eights was Bischoff and
Hogan?
Briscoe. Those two guys. They were actually pretty good.
No.
Bunch of young, talented guys. They were really good. They just really didn't
Do anything with them?
No, like they didn't do anything well enough with them. Because, I mean, they were a lot better than the other members.
Yeah. And by the time this match was happening, we were out getting food.
Yeah.
And
not going to go into details about what happened.
We don't even care.
Yeah. But, you know, the Lucha Dragons won. I'm not even going to rate this match because we didn't watch it.
Yeah.
This match did last 8 minutes, 48 seconds, though.
It was just a why bother match.
Yeah. But let's move on to the main card. The first match on the card was for the World Tag Team Championship.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was for the WWE World Tag Team Championships. No, okay, all right.
Yeah, but anyway, it was a fatal four-way. The New Day and their damn bootios taking on Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Vaudevillains, and Kaz and Big Kaz and Enzo.
Remember, it was sponsored by Bootios. Bootios, so you won't be booty.
That's right.
Damn, Ron.
But listen, shut up.
Sorry, I stepped on your line. I
Yeah.
just had to go and.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
But anyway.
You were trying to catch the short.
Yeah, I was trying to catch up, but anyway, this match was alright.
It's really good. One thing that upset me about this match was there was an obvious play that New Day was supposed to win.
Yeah.
I forget who it was or who got covered, but the referee hit a 3 count, but they called it off as a
It
2
was
Enzo.
Enzo.
Enzo. Who'd he cover though? When it won the club?
I think it was one of the Vaudevillains. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was one of the Vaudevillains.
I will say this match did have a lot of miscues. It was
One of the big miscues that was obvious was Big E had was it Gallows or Anderson? Anyway, he had one of them on his shoulder, and then the other person was just standing on the other side of the match.
Yeah.
The other side of the ring, just staring at him for a few seconds.
Yeah.
He was just sitting there staring. Nothing was going on. Nobody was in the ring except for the 3 of them, and they were just trying to fill each other out.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, you know, what you mentioned. It was kind of like the match was good, but it was a lot of miscues and a lot of, you know, guys being off cue with what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, like I forget who Enzo had, but he had somebody, and they reversed Enzo, and he wound up bumping into Kofi.
Yeah, it's when Kofi hit Trouble in Paradise. It was I want to say Gotch.
Yeah.
And like he had Enzo down, and Kofi kind of kicked him after he hit Trouble in Paradise.
He kicked him in the ribs, like a total heel kick.
That's why I said it was a lot of miscues in the match between all 4 teams. But in the end,
It was really good.
it was really good. I'm still surprised Big E, thank God, he doesn't have a broken shoulder from doing that suicide dive.
That suicide dive is still sick though.
Yeah, I'm really hoping and praying he doesn't break his shoulder, but it might happen sooner or later because that's really dangerous.
And just, I want to say that, I don't want to point fingers, but it might happen because of the curse of the botch.
Yeah, but in the end, the New Day won. They're still the tag team champions. 11 minutes, 43 seconds. We give this match a 3.
Okay.
All right, the next match.
It was originally going to be on the pre-show, but even though this match is crappy, thank God they moved it to the main card.
Yeah, it was the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin, taking on the show-off Dolph Ziggler. Now, after the match, I will say Byron Saxton said probably the smartest thing he said since being on commentary. It was the end of days, the end of the match, and hopefully the end of the rivalry. I was like, dude, you are so smart. But you might suck on commentary, but you are smart for saying that.
I mean, I was surprised that Corbin got a clean win.
Yeah. Apparently the crowd did not like the match because it was boring, and they were chanting boring.
And it was a bit slow.
Yeah, it was a bit slow. It kind of picked up at the end, but Baron Corbin got the win with the end of days. 12 minutes, 23 seconds. And I'm going to give this match a 2. 2.
Again, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was just slow, you know?
Yeah.
All right, the next match is one match that I wasn't looking forward to, or I can't speak for anybody else, but I wouldn't either. Yeah. It was a tag team match, a Divas tag team match. The women's champion Charlotte and her sidekick Dana Brooke taking on Becky Lynch and Natalya. MJ, what do you think about this?
Definitely a boring match. Kind of really slow. You know, as obvious, Charlotte was going to win. The writing was on the wall.
Yeah, it's pretty much the writing on the wall. Just to sum all this up, Dana Brooke and Charlotte won the match. What was it? Charlotte hit natural selection on Natty.
Yeah, she hit Natty.
Yeah, she hit Natty with natural selection, won the match. Becky came in, to console her. After the match, Natty turned heel, and she pretty much just beat the hell out of Becky. And even Becky talked about this on Raw. Pretty much, she's just like got a curse on her. First Charlotte, then Paige, now Natalya.
Oh, it even goes further than that. I mean,
Yeah.
the Sasha Banks.
Yeah, back in the NXT days, and Natty ambushed her on Raw saying, "I'm just going to protect me from now on." How about that, Beck?
I don't mind this term, because we have seen Natty as a face this entire time.
Yeah.
We have never seen her as a true heel.
I can't even remember when she was a heel.
I mean, the closest thing she was a heel was when Cesaro and Kid were heels.
Yeah, and then they turned face.
Yeah, but even then she was like more eye candy than heel.
Yeah. But, I'm kind of interested in this rivalry between Becky and Natty.
Yeah.
But, this match, like I said, I wasn't interested in it. 7 minutes even. I'm giving this, what? I'll be nice and give it a 2.5. Just because of the shot value at the end.
I'd give it just 2.
2?
Shot value was good, but other than that, the rest of the matches.
Yeah.
Why be generous with it? It was a terrible, awful, no good match. 0.5.
0.5? Well, it's not the worst match on the card.
That is true.
Fine, 1.
I'm just looking at it as it wasn't the worst match, but, well...
It could have been better.
Yeah, they could have booked it better.
Yeah. The next match after that was Apollo Crews making his pay-per-view debut against Sheamus, the Celtic Warrior. Now they had
Would you call this a paper debut?
Yeah, a paper debut.
Yeah.
But anyway, I like how they built this up. I kind of like this rivalry, even though I really haven't been paying attention to it.
Well, I mean, like I said on the almost said pre-show. On the preview,
Yeah.
like this one has kind of been a back burner type rivalry. Like 1 minute they would focus on it, and then like 2 weeks later they'd go back to it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hot and cold.
Yeah. Just to give you the background of this rivalry, Sheamus is basically trying to stake his claim that people of the new era are not going to take his spot. So his first victim, Apollo Crews, Kevin Hart on steroids.
Yeah.
And it was on SmackDown, 3 days before, he asked Apollo, "Hey, why don't you carry my badge?" And Apollo gave him a good fist to the face.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were laughing at Sheamus, and he was very embarrassed.
I'm kind of glad they took a better direction on that, because that one kind of seemed a bit racy.
Yeah.
A bit.
Yeah, well, I didn't watch SmackDown, but they did show the highlights.
Yeah.
Other than that, I kind of liked this match. The crowd was somewhat into it.
Yeah.
Apollo Crews gets his debut win in his paper debut against Sheamus. And this match lasted 8 minutes, 36 seconds. I'm going to give this a 3.5.
I agree with you. My main thing was they finally did something with Apollo Crews.
When was the last time they did anything with him? Like, something,
His debut. That debut on Monday Night Raw, that was it.
Yeah. And that's been, 3 months ago?
Yeah. Post-WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Immediately post-WrestleMania.
All right. Let's get to this match that we were all looking forward to.
And we're horribly disappointed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least this person did get a win. At least people didn't say he got buried.
Yeah, but it's a tainted win.
Yeah. But anyway, we're
looking forward to that rematch, though.
Yeah. Next pay-per-view, definitely a rematch. But we're talking about the dream match, the SummerSlam WrestleMania caliber dream match.
The brand war match.
Yeah. The phenomenal AJ Styles against Mr. You Can't See Me, John Cena. Now, I really like how they built this rivalry up. You're mocking me, aren't you?
Maybe.
If I take the table with you.
I'm about to take the table with you.
Yeah, but anyway, we were definitely intrigued with the build-up,
Intrigued is to put it modestly. We were hyped.
Yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, AJ Styles, everywhere he's been phenomenal, no pun intended. John Cena,
Mr. WWE carried the golden banner.
Yeah, the face that runs the place, as he says.
Yeah.
They had the contract signing on Raw. John Cena said, "You have 2 contracts here. One is that you can face me with the club at ringside. The other contract is you face me by yourself without the club. So AJ signed the contract that says he will come out there by himself without the club. The crowd was hyped. The crowd was lit. You know, they did the usual chant, let's go Cena, Cena sucks, let's go AJ. You know, you get the deal.
Yeah.
But other than that, you know, just back and forth. You know, Styles hit him with the Styles Clash. Cena going for the AA. And then, you know, the referee got knocked down. I'm like, okay, this is the shit finish. Out comes Gallows and Anderson. And that's where
Magic Killer.
the Magic Killer, and that's where it kind of went downhill for me. AJ Styles did get the win, though. You know, a lot of people say he wasn't buried, as they say with John Cena.
He wasn't buried, but this match could have been so much better.
Yeah.
It was very slow.
Very slow, but it picked up, and the crowd was still into it, even when it was slow. But like we said, AJ Styles got the win thanks to his club buddies, and this match lasted 24 minutes, 10 seconds.
Longest match on the card.
Yeah.
For that time slot, they could have done a whole lot better. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But because of the ending, unfortunately, I wish AJ had got a clean win by himself, but, you know, that's typically how they're going.
Yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't sweet enough.
Yeah. Three and a half. All right, let's move on to the match after that. It was for the Money in the Bank contract.
It was Dean Ambrose versus Alberto Del Rio versus Double O Cesaro versus Chris Stupid Idiot Jericho versus Big Canada Kevin Owens and Canadian Daniel Bryan Sami Zayn. Got that in one breath. I am awesome.
What more can we say about this match? This match was fucking awesome.
I believe awesome fits the bill. But no, what I want to say is I believe Kevin Owens died about 3 times that match.
More like pretty much half the match. If it wasn't him, it was Sami Zayn. If it wasn't him, it was Jericho.
It was literally a human demolition.
Yeah, it was just every man for himself. And they were just, at one point, they all came in the ring. You know, they had the ladders like bridges, and they were going up, you know, hitting each other with fists, trying to get the ladders. And then, I'm surprised Kevin Owens still has a backbone. I'm surprised his spine is still intact.
After a ladder was set up sideways,
Yeah.
Sami Zayn just, like, dropped him on that sideways ladder.
Michinoku driver.
Yeah, the Michinoku driver.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised he's not having back problems after that.
And then, you know, there was this thing that Rio got hurt, and, you know, speaking of Owens, I saw where somebody posted a meme like Homer Simpson was laid out on a fire, the fire thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't even think of what to call it.
Fire hydrant?
Yeah, fire hydrant. And Kevin Owens was laying the same way. Like, it was
I saw the same thing. It had KO, like, back broken on the ladder, Homer back broken on the fire hydrant, and then it was the old comic book picture of Batman snapped in two over Bane's knee.
Yeah.
He was just, like, hanging there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the end, this match was great.
And it said, whose back hurts worse?
I'm pretty sure Kevin Owens' back hurts worse. But to sum this all up, the one person that went up and got the ladder, his name was the lunatic fringe Dean Ambrose. I'm pretty sure your Aunt Marty was happy about that.
Oh, yes.
And the crowd went crazy when he went up and got the ladder. He stood there. He stood tall. Would he catch? Is that my phone? Probably. But
The
anyway.
phone's right here.
Oh, shit. I'm losing my mind. But anyway.
Good luck for that.
Yeah. But the question is, would he cash in? We shall find out.
You shall find out.
We shall find out.
Or, you know, you could skip towards the end of this video. We're not going to...
Yeah, we're not going to spoil it for you. All right, now let's talk about a match that...
Let's talk a match about...
got my words fucked up. But let's talk about a match that the crowd was not into. I said this on the podcast. I don't know which match was boring. Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler or the U.S. title match. I'm talking about Rusev defending against Titus O'Neil. Now, go ahead.
I was hyped up about this match because...
Me too.
For once, they're doing something with Titus O'Neil by himself. For once, they're giving him a singles title shot.
Well, besides the tag team titles.
Singles title.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you know.
I know, but it's just...
Yeah.
They're finally doing something with Titus, and him coming off of suspension, feels just right.
Yeah, it's long overdue.
Yeah.
Now, he was interviewed by Michael Cole. Michael Cole did break the news to him that on Father's Day he was going to face I was going to say Cesaro. Rusev for the U.S. title. He was asked if he won, what would he do? He said, well, being I don't drink, me and my kids are going to have juice and cookies.
Great PR department right there.
Yeah, he literally said that. He said, listen, we're going to have juice and cookies. I don't drink, so there will be no drinks.
You know, I got to break it.
He's a horrible dad. What kind of dad serves juice with cookies? Where's the milk at?
I mean, I gotta say this. Just to break up the match, who's a better PR person for WWE? John Cena or Titus O'Neil? Honestly, the line's kind of blurred there.
John Cena, he's never once kissed his son on the lips on a pay-per-view.
Yeah, but like Titus O'Neil's won like multiple Dad of the Year awards.
Yeah,
so.
and he actually has kids. John Cena doesn't have kids.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But anyway.
But anyway.
Like we said, Titus's kids were there. Rusev came out with his fiancee Lana. Just to sum this all up.
I gotta say this before you sum it up. God damn, Lana looked good.
When's this wedding? What, September?
I believe so.
July, September, somewhere around there. And
Hold that thought. No, seriously, keep talking.
oh, but I didn't
Keep
know.
talking. This stuff is informative.
Oh, but yeah. Rusev is very lucky. Let's just say it. He's very lucky. And just to sum all this up, this match was boring. Rusev won with the accolade. After the match, he went to ringside. He had the mic in his hand and the U.S. title. He told Titus's kids, look at your father. He's a loser. And he yelled, Happy Father's Day! And that was pretty much the end of the match.
Yeah, but hell would come to pay Monday night when Titus O'Neil would beat the absolute stupid out of Rusev.
I missed that. I meant to watch that as I was watching the highlights of Raw. I'm going to go back and watch that.
He beat him around the arena.
Yeah.
Made Rusev not so much run, just walk away and retreat, but he looked like he had that what the fuck just happened thing.
Like he had seen a ghost?
More than that. More like he saw a ghost and got his ass handed to him by a ghost.
Oh. But yeah, this match lasted 8 minutes, 30 seconds. And I'm going to give this a 1.5.
But I smell a rematch. It's going to be more intense than this one.
Hopefully. But let's move on to the main event.
The main event.
The match that we were all waiting for, besides Cena and Styles. It was for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins.
The man, Seth freaking Rollins.
Mr. Reclaim, Redesign, Rebuild, taking on, hold up, the guy, Roman Reigns.
Listen, he ain't a bad guy. He ain't a good guy.
He's the guy.
He's just terrible at promos, guy.
Yeah. But anyway, they were building this up as, 7 months of anticipation.
2 years in the making.
2 years in the making, being that Seth did not lose the title. He wasn't submitted. He wasn't pinned. He had to forfeit due to injury, unfortunately.
Every time they faced off for the title, something has always come up and the match was off.
Yeah, 2014, they were supposed to face off. Roman got hurt. He had the hernia. Last year, they were supposed to face off. Seth got hurt. He blew his knee out. This time, they actually faced off. Nobody got hurt. Thank God.
Well,
I was just going to say, anything else you want to say?
I was going to say something, but I was going to spoil the ending.
Yeah, but we shall save that for later. But this was an all-around good match. I did like where Seth countered that spear into a pedigree.
He did, and then he followed up with a second pedigree.
Yeah, and actually beat him in the middle of the ring. He won
Clean finish.
He celebrated. The crowd was lit. The crowd, cheered. Then
out comes
the surprise. Dean Ambrose's music hit.
But he came in through the crowd and clocked it.
Yeah, he came in from behind. He cashed in his money in the bank. And out of nowhere, Dean Ambrose is the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. This is the first time that all 3 members of the Shield have been WWE Champions.
And what I was going to say earlier was JBL, for the first time in his fucking career as a commentator, said the smartest thing to come out of his Texas mouth.
What did he say?
At least one point in the night, all 3 members of the Shield were champion.
Yeah. Roman twice, Seth twice, Dean once.
So he's talking about the match.
Oh.
Yeah, Roman came in as champion.
Well, I'm just saying overall.
Seth held the championship for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
then Ambrose walked away with it.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying
Yeah.
overall.
I know, but
like he said, all 3 members of the Shield ended the show as WWE World Champion.
and they did exactly what they said.
Yeah.
They were going to take over.
You might as well say this guy called it because he was waiting. Like, we were off in the lead. He was like, no, wait a minute. I think he's going to cash in.
I just sat there. I was just like,
He was anticipating, like, is he going to cash in? Is he going to cash in? He cashed in.
he cashed in, and my first words were, "You're damn right, he's champion."
And then, I posted the video on our Instagram, and we got a bunch of views on that video.
And I got to say, props to myself. I called the forecast.
Yeah, he did.
50% cash in.
And your Aunt Marty liked that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Rollins and Reigns lasted 26 minutes even. The Ambrose cashed in lasted 9 seconds. So you might as well say both matches lasted 26 minutes, 9 seconds, 5 out of 5.
So you're saying that Seth Rollins had only a 9-second title
A
reign?
9-second title reign.
Inconceivable!
Yeah. At least it wasn't like Sheamus where he had that dumbass shirt when he cashed in on Reigns at Survivor Series.
Yeah, he tried to cash in on an already overused gimmick.
Yeah, Sheamus 533. They had that on WWE Shop. Thank God I'm not going to buy it.
It's probably right there next to the Ryback merchandise.
Yeah, but let's get on with the conclusion of our review. Superstars and matches of the night. Superstars of the night go to
Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose, pretty much the Shield. AJ Styles, John Cena, Apollo Crews, and
These nuts.
no, and that's pretty much it. And matches of the night go to the World Title match, AJ Styles versus John Cena, and the Money in the Bank ladder match. Overall, I'm gonna give this a good 3.5.
You know, I love being an optimist at all, but I got to be a realist for a second. Did pay-per-views have 2 good endings in a row? A WWE pay-per-view does. That just means shit's going to get worse.
Why do you say that?
Well, because you look at their track record, their endings have always been terrible.
Depends on how it's booked, though.
Yeah, but it always ends badly. It
Yeah.
always winds up leaving a rotten taste in our mouth, nothing to look forward to. Then this and Extreme Rules comes out of nowhere.
The only bad pay-per-view from this year from WWE is Fastlane.
Thank God Malcolm's asleep. He would have.
Yeah, and a subpar WrestleMania. But it was better than Fastlane.
Definitely.
So that is our review of Money in the Bank.
Shorty, what you drank? So
Yeah.
I couldn't help it.
If we have time, I'm going to do a preview of Best in the World.
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah, okay.
I just ask that you keep it a little short because I want to try and wrap something up.
Okay, yeah. I'm just going to, wrap it up. But anyway, we will be back, so we'll catch you on the fly.